From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, November the 6th, 2017. Israel announced yesterday that it is now in possession of the remains of 5 Palestinian terrorists killed during the demolition of a terror tunnel last week. As we reported to you, the tunnel was built from Gaza, infiltrating Israel with the intention of abducting Israeli civilians or soldiers. Israel detonated the tunnel once it was located, and 12 terrorists were killed, among them members of terror groups Islamic Jihad and Hamas. The bodies of 5 of the terrorists were still in the tunnel, and Hamas had asked the Red Cross to help get the bodies out. But Israel told the organization that their access to the area was dependent on seeing progress in the return of the remains of 2 IDF soldiers, Hadar Golden and Oron Shaul, being held by Hamas in Gaza since 2014. Hamas blatantly rejected those conditions. Yesterday, the IDF recovered the remains of the terrorists during further operations in the tunnel. And today, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, speaking at a ceremony in northern Israel, suggested that those remains would not be given back to Hamas without something in return. Netanyahu said, referring to Golden and Shaul, "We will bring our boys home, but I repeat, there are no free gifts." And staying with the IDF, the Israeli army reported today that a Palestinian was arrested in the West Bank carrying a knife. The man was said to have approached the Jewish settlement of Mevod Dotan with the weapon. IDF troops were called to the scene and the man was arrested. Israel's President Rivlin is on an official visit to Spain. Rivlin landed in Madrid yesterday, marking 30 years of diplomatic relations with the country and 100 years since after the reestablishment of the Jewish community in Spain, after the Jews' expulsion in 1492. Speaking at a Jewish day school in the capital, Rivlin said Jewish life on the Iberian Peninsula, which was cut off more than 500 years ago, is now full of life, and this is a great joy. This is a great victory, he said, for history and the spirit of the Jewish people. Some 85,000 people gathered in Tel Aviv's Rabin Square Saturday night to mark the 22nd anniversary of the assassination of Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin. The theme of the rally this year, "We Are One People," caused some controversy in those that objected to the emphasis on national unity as opposed to peace. Rabin was attending a peace rally at the square in Tel Aviv that now bears his name when he was murdered by Jewish right-wing extremist Yigal Amir on November the 4th of 1995. A rabbi known for his work in adapting Jewish religious law to modern life and technology died last week. Yisrael Rosen founded the Tzomet Institute, which was dedicated to that work, and also established the Israeli Chief Rabbinate's Conversion Office. Rosen, who was also an IDF veteran of the Six-Day War and the Yom Kippur War, died Thursday in Jerusalem at the age of 76. Well, Israel's Air Force appointed its first ever female deputy commander of a fighter jet squadron yesterday. The 27-year-old deputy commander, who is known as Captain Y for security reasons, will be promoted to the rank of major and serve in the Spearhead Squadron, which flies F-15 fighter jets. Her grandfather was an IAF pilot as well, who was killed during the Yom Kippur War. Nefesh B'Nefesh opened its 2018 nominations for the Silvan Adams Bonei Zion Prize today. The organization, which helps ease the process of Aliyah, immigrating to Israel from English-speaking countries, gives out the award in recognition of the achievements of outstanding immigrants, or Olim, and their contribution to the State of Israel. The deadline for submissions is January the 1st. The recipients will be announced in May. Turning now to some entertainment news, 80s British pop star Boy George arrived in Israel yesterday. The last time he was in the country was 30 years ago, where he performed with his band Culture Club. Tomorrow night, he will take the stage in Tel Aviv's Menorah Miftachim Arena with his bandmates, part of a Culture Club reunion world tour that will head to the U.S. for concerts across the country after the Tel Aviv show. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, November the 6th. At 7 o'clock, it's The Wisdom of Dr. Ruth. At 7:30, filmmaker Alon Schwartz talks about his moving documentary, Ida's Secrets, on New Jewish Cinema with Judy Gelman-Myers. At 8, former Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom, Rabbi David Saperstein, discusses religious freedom from the AJC of Westchester Fairfield at Larchmont Temple. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with the former president of Brandeis, Frederick Lawrence, about the BDS movement on college campuses. That's on L'chaim. And at 10, Chief Rabbi of Tel Aviv, Rabbi Meir Lau, shares his story with Rabbi Menachem Ganak at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Harvard Law Professor Emeritus Alan Dershowitz answers questions about Israel. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, November the 6th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.